I am in jolly old England and it has been a minute since I have been back here in London. I literally thought we were landing in Australia when we landed at the airport. I just had a moment where I totally forgot where I was and where I was going. Also, we were flying for 9.5 hours, and even though we did have a crew break, I did not sleep, so my brain is just a little bit loopy. But if you are a returning watcher, you know that is not abnormal for me. And if you are new here, welcome. I'm Charissa. I am a flight attendant and I vlog about travel and my layovers and some flight attendant content. I am really happy to, first of all, have you here. Thank you. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy these kind of videos. But then you don't know that yet if you just started watching. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to press that subscribe button. So aside from the surprise of not landing in Australia, which I did know that, by the way, of course I knew that. The weather here in London was also a bit unprecedented. I know that it's gloomy and rainy here, but I was expecting more sunshine, so I did not pack correctly. I am literally wearing a whole bunch of different layers of things that I just threw in my bag. I don't know what was going on in my head when I was packing for this trip, but some days just be like that. So when I originally bid for this trip, I had in mind traipsing around London, going to some antique shops, because if you know me, you know I love old things and antiques. England has the best antique shops. So today I think I'm going to venture out and stick to my original plan. And while I hope I find some good treasures today, the overarching theme of this layover is I just want it to be cozy and stock up on some of my favorite things while I'm here. So it is time to get ready. So this is my stay warm layover cozy outfit. I'm literally wearing some of my workout clothes underneath a dress with this strange sweater I found in my bag. My layover sweater that I hold near and dear to my heart has unfortunately ceased to be with us. On my last flight, there was a rumor of bed bugs being in the crew bunks. That's a terrifying thought. I literally threw out the clothes that I was wearing in the bunk. So now this is my new layover sweater for the time being. And yes, I know I look like a sheepdog. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just noticing I have glitter all over my face. We love glitter. We love leaving a trail of glitter wherever we go. So it is much colder than I thought. I took 2 steps out of the hotel and I was like, no, it is too windy, it is too cold. So on a whim, I went to the desk and I asked the man working up front if there was a chance there was an extra coat lying around from Lost and Found or something. And he brought me back this jacket. I'm pretty sure it's his. Just the kindest man. And he said I could wear it until 7. And honestly, I do think it improves the outfit. It's a nice coat. But I'm just so blessed by the kindness of this sweet man. I have a hot drink that I made in my room before I left, so everything is now good in the hood. As long as I don't get lost, which is likely.
I'm scared of showing up. I'll miss the regular weekends.
The first antique store was beautiful, but vastly outside of my budget. Store 2 was closed. Now we're in store 3, which is Alfie's.
Get involved. I'll leave without any reason. I don't expect your calls. Won't even wait.
It's a locket that Looks like a fairy. Yeah, the one right below your finger.
Big pearls or just
Yeah,
round
that
pearls?
one. Yeah.
Sterling silver, little fairy.
Real pearls,
So cute.
So cute. Silver.
I can try to speak, 'cause everything is better with you and me. It won't be temporary, I'm sure that I'll be there, but who knew that the moment before this end.
That was the biggest antique market I have ever been to. It just went on, and every time I thought I reached the end, there was some stairway or some secret entrance to a whole nother levels. It was definitely a little bit more bougie. When I was looking at some art, this man was like, "Are you an art collector?" It's the coat. I'm telling you, this outfit is just mismatched enough and quirky enough that I could look like an art collector today, and it's really gone to my head. This is my new alter ego.
I'm trying to show you all the things in my head. I wanna be something you wouldn't regret. On lonely nights, the lows, the highs.
Thank you so much.
Vincent gave you this one.
Yes,
Okay,
it
no
was so
problem.
kind.
I have now been up over 26 hours, and it feels like someone has poured concrete dust into my eyeballs. They don't feel good, and I feel even crazier than I did when I landed. So I'm glad that I'm back at the hotel and that I bought everything that I needed to buy. I had so much fun at the antique marketplace. There was this beautiful little locket I was so tempted to buy, but it wasn't an antique, it was a vintage situation. And vintage is something that's over like 30 years. Antiques are something that's over 100 years. So I feel better paying more money when I know it's like older and has a little more history. But it was so enchanting, this little fairy on a locket, and a very rare piece. So I'm telling myself that if I have another London and she's still here, I may just have to go purchase the little fairy. After that, of course, I went to Primark, but honestly, all I really bought were my favorite tights for work. I always get my tights in Europe because they're just better and they look good and they're actually cheaper. Like these ones are literally made in Italy and they're just from Primark. They don't last a long time, but I don't know, if you're a flight attendant and you are looking for a nice pair of tights, Primark is kind of the cat's meow. Or also boots. These ones and these ones are very nice. I have flight attendants ask me all the time where I get my tights, so this information is for the girlies who want to know where I get them, Boots or Primark in London. But then I went to Marks and Spencer's. I bought all my favorite things and also some treats for friends because I'm just such a nice person, you know. I'm actually not that nice because I really don't know if these things are gonna make it to the intended receiver because I might just eat them. Salt and vinegar, chippy, rice cakey potato things. British cheese. This is literally 2 pounds for all this cheese. In Canada, this would be a lot more. A salad for my lunch tomorrow, some grapes and blackberries. Probably will have that with breakfast. Some more cheese because it's cheese. And I bought some cookies for friends and for my Dutchman. More cheese. If you shop at M&S, you have to get the truffle cheddar. It will change your entire life. No exaggeration. French butter with sea salt flakes. And my dinner tonight is just a little honey chicken mustard salad. pasta salad. I don't know why they call pasta salad a salad. There is nothing salady about a pasta salad. It's just pasta. I digress. Oh, and a croissant for breakfast. So these are my favorite things that just happened here in the London town. But I am fading fast, so I am gonna start to wind down before I collapse. I brought a book from a home called With Love from London. I felt like this was a very applicable book for my layover. It's really cute. I actually was reading it in Narita and I left it on the bed when I checked out of the hotel. I didn't realize that the blanket had flopped on top of it. So unfortunately, I never got it back. I emailed the hotel and they said they couldn't find it. And I had left on a cliffhanger of sorts, so it was very sad. I did find it at my local library, so all is well. Cozying up in bed and reading a book is just the cat's meow. I also did a little face mask and I lit some candles. This is one of the new things I like to do on layovers. It just makes the room so much cozier, and obviously you have to be very careful with candles at all times, but the candle I bring with me has a lid on it, which makes it so safe to travel with. There's just something about getting ready for bed with a candle on that amps up the cozy factor. The other thing I wanted to share with you is right now I'm doing this legs up the wall situation. This is so good for anyone who's on their feet all day long, for flight attendants especially, because we're up in the air and we tend to have more circulation problems than a lot of other professions. And just by putting your feet up the wall after a flight, it actually increases your circulation. It helps your digestion, reduces the puffiness and swelling in your feet that we can so easily get. And it feels so good. I swear it just gives you energy somehow. I like to do it until my feet feel kind of like tingly. This is a nice time to just put on a face mask, read a book, and wind down at the end of a long flight. So my legs are super tingly now, so I'm gonna start winding down for actually going to sleep. But something I am doing now before I go to bed is using this pain relief roll-on from Nature Mary. This isn't sponsored or anything, but these products I think are just so good for flight attendants. We are lifting bins and bags and pushing trolleys. We tend to get really sore, especially in our shoulders and neck area. So this is something I've started doing at the end of my flights, just kind of rolling it. It really helps, I think, reduce inflammation. I also have been loving using this pedicure stick on my layovers. After being on your feet all day long, this has such a nice cooling effect. I've talked about this before. This is such a nice little ritual to do before bed. Plus it just keeps your feet nice and soft. See this burn I got? This is probably my 4th burn in 2 weeks. I have started taking up cooking again. This one literally I got this morning. But Nature Mary also has this incredible healing balm that does everything from fixing cuts and bruises, acne and burns. It's a really big salve container, so I took a bunch of it and put it in this little travel container so I can always have it with me. At the end of a flight, I always find some sort of injury, scratch or burn or bruise on me. So this is something I'm going to be using literally all the time. I swear my burns have been healing in half the time they normally do, and there's no scarring. It's so natural. Again, this is not sponsored. I just wanted to share a little bit more of my layover flight attendant routine, and these products you can literally get, I think, at most grocery stores. I believe Safeway carries them now. We'll put a link in the description box if you are wanting to try some of these products in your travels as well. I swear, especially the balm is a game changer. So that's it. That's all. I am going to say good night. We'll see you in the morning. It is a beautiful new day in London. My cozy layover got cozy a little bit too early to my liking. I was reading my book around 4:30 this morning. That was it for me. The bright side is I am almost done this book, which is a very charming, happy little read, as well as I'm almost done this bag of salt and vinegar potato puffy things. They are so good. If you like vinegar, run, don't walk. I also started my day with the realization that the fridge was not on all night. Normally I feel like the fridge is on, but I was not paying attention, and all of my cheese was in a lukewarm fridge the entire night. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to still eat the cheese. If I die of food poisoning later, at least I'll die happy. So there's that. The other realization I had was, as I was about to do some makeup, is that I forgot foundation, blush, and bronzer. So I know forgetting your makeup really isn't a big deal, like who cares? But for work, I do kind of want to look somewhat put together. So we made it work. My third realization this morning in the wee hours was I had gone to Primark yesterday for a moment in time, and aside from buying a lot of tights, I had found this sweet little skirt that I loved, and I looked at it this morning and it is a size too big. So I have put on this very special outfit again. I don't have the audacity to go downstairs and ask for the man's jacket again. He's probably not here right now anyway, but the weather is so much better than yesterday. I can brave going out looking like a young sheepdog, and I'm going to go back to Primark and return the skirt for a different size. And yesterday I found a bunch of dresses that I did want to try on, but the line was so long at Primark. I just didn't have the strength to wait in line. I had no patience at that point. I put everything back except for the skirt, which I brought in a wrong size. I'm gonna go back this morning. Primark opens at 8 in about 20 minutes. Best part about going this early is literally no one's there, and the change rooms are all mine, and I can take my sweet time. The pickup for the shuttle isn't until 11:30, so I still will have time to maybe go for a little walk, maybe get a little hot drink somewhere. You know, just the cozy things that I wanted to do on this layover, minus the part where I got up at 4:30 a.m. and had a fridge that didn't work and didn't bring clothes or makeup for the layover and bought the wrong size of clothing. Everything else has been very cozy. It's very bright. It's a good sign. Tally ho. Galley shoes on, because why pack an extra pair of shoes when you have galley shoes? So I'm back in the room now, and I I did some things. I made some choices. I'm not ashamed. I definitely needed some summer dresses, so summer dresses were had. Primark is one of those things that, you know, you just let it happen, and that's what I did. I'm gonna quickly have a little breakfast. I prepared a little picnic. I'm trying this roasted hazelnut yogurt because it sounded interesting. Then I have to get ready for the shuttle. So this was my cozy little layover in London and experiencing that beautiful gloomy London weather, which I actually truly love. I am someone who does enjoy a rainy day, but I do have to get ready now. If you enjoy this kind of content, please press like, it helps a lot, and subscribe as well. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you in the next video.
When you're on my side, high up in the sky, cruising.